Good morning, my beautiful angels. Happy Friday. Happy TGIF. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first official Friday of April. Nonetheless, I just posted yesterday your general beginning half of April love reading as well as your general overall reading. Continue to watch and follow me during the course of the weekend as I update your additional general messages as it pertains to your career, your finances, names of people that might be thinking of you or have a connection to you this month, your angelic numbers. Of course, I'm going to give you some positive affirmations as well as some other readings with the Oracle and Tarot. So if you're not a subscriber and you're a cross watcher, I know that many of you are, come on over, hit the subscribe, hit all, and be part of the Sagittarius family. You are watching Sagittarius channel with Sacred Sagittarius Angels Answers All, and I'm Tigra, your humble host. This is your Friday wake-up call. So TGIF, thank God it's Friday. It's a prelude little reading that I do for you before your weekend reading, just to see where the energies are as you start the weekend, and just in case there's something in particular the universe wants you to, take notice of or pay special attention to. Cause it blessed and prayed for. We're going to cleanse the space since I've been doing some readings. Thank you to those who support the channel with your likes and shares. Remember, I'm not monetized, and for the videos to get to the rest of the community, your shares and likes and comments, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps the channel to grow. We want to be just as, in the mix as the other bigger channels. Okay, so we get the first message for this Friday of Wander, and that's 37, which would be the numeric of 10, which would equal 1. Wander where there is no path. There's no time like the present, Sagittarius, to get lost. Realize that a path has many expressions. Exploring creativity, indulging intuition, pursuing a relationship. Choose one and get lost on the pathless path today. So there's no time like the present to get lost. Which particular path would you like to get lost in? I'm sorry, this Friday. She wants to be right underneath me as I record, so she's pushing the easel so she can be comfortable. Never mind my video, she has to be comfortable. Oh, these animals, I tell you. Anyway, would you want to explore the path of exploring into your creativity, meaning those of you who are artistic and you have talents and gifts? What are you waiting for? Get to the craft store or get in your basement or your attic, wherever your supplies and goodies are, and start working on it and start expressing your creativity. It's a great stress desensitizer, right? And also, it's an opportunity for you to show off your craft work and bring some abundance into your life. Or you could just indulge in your intuition and go with what your heart tells you to do. Many of you, your intuition could be guiding you along the spiritual path. You might want to be a spiritualist. You might want to be a healer or have a calling to be a light worker. Or finally, you might just want to get lost in the moment and down that path of choosing a relationship. Especially for my Saggies who've been kind of playing it low. You've been taking care of yourself, healing, growing, and really just focusing on your immediate family, yourself, and your career. Maybe now that's an option that you can do, all work and no play, right? Leaves adult time. So which one of these three paths would you like to express and feel today? But there's no time like the present. So wander where there is no path, meaning you create your destiny. You don't have to follow someone's path. You don't have to follow a strategic plan. Go with where your heart tells you to go. At the bottom of the deck, with the energy of constantly, maintain alertness in walking, sitting, eating, and sleeping. Control in a sense of your walking, sitting, eating, and sleeping, meaning to be aware, okay, of these four energies and these four actions. You don't always need to meditate to keep your attention in the present time. Simply be aware. Alertness also serves your intuitive voice by keeping you focused and receptive. Continuous alertness is your task today. So this could be drawing you to the fact that some of you might be a little silly, a little lopsided, not, tripping over your own feet, so to speak, forgetting to do the little things that really are the bigger important things, being kind of lackadaisical, like a little lazy, like I said, and stuff like that, not watching where you're going, getting little small injuries to yourself, and just doing silly things, not putting stuff away and you're tripping over them. So just be careful, be aware, be alert again to your surroundings constantly, the way how you sit, the way how you eat, the way how you sleep, and in walking, especially walking, because many of you are walking around with your iPads or your phone to your ear, crossing the street, not watching the traffic signs, or worse, you're driving and talking on the phone. So be aware of when you're walking, so that you're paying attention. You know your surroundings. You know who's in your peripheral. Sitting, proper posture, right? Not being slouchy, knowing when to sit and opposing to standing. Eating, what time are you eating? How much are you eating? Are you watching your nutrition and your diet? And then sleeping, are you getting adequate amount hours of rest? Not all of us need 8 hours of rest, but we don't also need two. So it depends on your output, your input, and your body activity, and what is required for you to feel really refueled. But those are 4 areas that I love that the universe is saying, hey, you need to pay more attention and do it with intention. Sometimes we just do things because it needs to be done, but we don't really pay attention to how we're doing it. Are we doing it in the correct way? As we continue with our Friday message, let's go to the middle of this deck. We get the card of adventure. I love that because we are Sagittarius. We are a sign of adventure. This could be a message to you this Friday. Hey, take an adventure during the course of the day, especially if you have your day off today, or you have a long weekend and you have no plans. Or also make plans for future exploration, travel, something on your bucket list that you wish to do. Again, working and stressing over your love life and everything else and your family, you need that time to meditate, to detox, to see the world and to enjoy what life has to offer. At the bottom of the deck, we have the card of justice. Some of you might be going to court today or getting some type of notification in the mail regarding a status on a case, or if not a status, it could be an update or a ruling on a particular case. This is in dealing in fairness. You could be starting a case, or you could be a witness to a case fighting for justice. So for many of you who you go with your gut feeling, it's a reminder to fight for equality, fight for peace, not only in your life, but in the life of all of God's children. Let's tap into this deck and see what we get also for a reminder or wake-up call today. Ooh, like didn't I say earlier about being aware, right, of your surroundings, just being aware of who you are, who's around you, the things that are going on around you. Always keeping in tune with yourself, but also connecting with the environment around you. Because for some of you, there is a hidden enemy. And sometimes a hidden enemy doesn't have to be a physical person. A hidden enemy could be something that you have in your house that is toxic to you, that's making you sick, something that you're eating that is not agreeing with you. Let's see what it says. It says someone is trying to sabotage you. This person wants you to fail and will celebrate your losses. Be discerning. Do not volunteer information you want kept secret. Don't I always tell my Saggies to walk in and live in silence? There is someone who wants what you have and will try to take credit of your work as their own. So those of you who have competition in the workplace, and if you already know you kind of have a hater at the workplace, someone who's trying to take your spot, definitely trying to take credit for the hard work that you do, which, believe it or not, a lot of supervisors and managers do, okay? They micromanage, and then at the end of the day, they want to take the credit of your hard work. So if you're going through that right now, give me a thumbs up and comment, because this is applying specifically to you as well. That person is a hidden enemy because they only want you as part of the team or in the company because you make them look good. Otherwise, they really don't have any like or love for you. Envy, insecurity, and gossip are present. Protect yourself. So there's someone around you, someone that you work with, you live with, that you talk to, socialize with, or could be connected to someone that you don't even know, but this person doesn't like you, maybe because of your connection to someone. There's envy, there's insecurity, gossip. Protect yourself. So every morning, right, when you get up, especially this morning, and you listen to this reading, many of you who will be guided to it, make sure you go out the door with a prayer of blessing and protection over you. Make sure you carry your particular charm or amulet or whatever it is that you do to protect yourself spiritually and intuitively. Because unfortunately, we all have enemies, and many of them are hidden in plain sight. So I love that we're reminded of that, to be on our guard for the known and unknown. Let's go to the middle of this deck as we're coming to a close. Demoted, no longer fit for this position. Some of you might be experiencing or feeling like something is going on in your job, that you might be demoted. They might close the plant, or they're consolidating positions, or people with seniority might be forced to retire or take a package and leave. So if things are kind of tense at your job and job security is not something that you feel comfortable with, maybe you should start looking for potential employment and be proactive. Okay, let's go. We're going to go to the tarot, to the middle of the tarot deck here. Fast movement. Something could be happening this Friday that could take place. Remember, we got the justice card, so you could be getting some type of update or some type of unexpected answer or closure or action on a pending legal case. This also could be something that has been pending or something that has been in the hangman state, all of a sudden comes to life and things start moving. You could have put an application in for an apartment or for a job and haven't heard anything, and then all of a sudden you hear something. So always be prepared. Follow up on things, and also make a notation in your journal or wherever you keep your notes, a timeline of everything, and have all your docs and your papers and everything ready, because you never know when you'll get that phone call and you might have to act. Especially, I'm feeling intuitively for those of you who might have medical situations, or you're waiting for certain things to take place that are very time sensitive, that you need to respond once you get the call. So again, have everything that you need prepared in case you do get that call. As we come to almost a close, in the middle of this deck we get Renew the Heart. I was going to pick a romance card after this, and we're guided to one before. Again, the energy of 10 equaling 1, focusing on your heart. A relationship in your life needs renewal and attention. Reconnect with the one you love and recall what first brought you together. So this Friday could be a Friday of healing. We were talking about planting seeds and preparing for the fall harvest, and just kind of nurturing our life with the things that we love and the people that we love. And for some of you, the act of forgiveness and the need to forgive, again, not necessarily forget, but to forgive others that we really miss, could be tied into this message as we're coming to a close for our Friday wake-up call. Maybe you woke up this morning dreaming about someone that you haven't thought of, that you realize that you kind of miss. Or maybe you've had this person, on your heart. You know what? It doesn't hurt to kind of mend defenses and reach out to this person, or if they reach out to you, you can kind of connect back with them, because this relationship is a relationship that needs renewal in your life. Okay, so it's like this, the universe is almost suggesting this is not something that you should take for granted, which I also mentioned in our readings yesterday. This is a relationship that whatever happened, enough time has passed, enough healing and maturity has occurred in both of you, that you should be able now to mend defenses, because this is a relationship that you both need together, and it's an important relationship, and reconnecting will not only make you both whole, but you will reminisce and grow from a healthy point from where you left off before everything kind of went crazy. This Friday, like I said, if there's something that you need to do, or in general, before you rush to make decisions, because some things might be happening rather quickly, just make sure that you get all the information that you need, and that you don't rush the process, because rushing the process might not get you the result that you need. More information might be required for something that you're seeking to take place in. The final card dealing with romance is play more. Again, what did I say? All work and no play. So those Sagittariuses that are single, or you're in relationships but you really haven't been giving them enough time, start paying your partner more attention. Increase your date nights, increase the playtime between you. You don't want the relationship to be stagnated or bored, and you don't want your partner to feel that, of course your work is important, but your relationship, especially if you're married and you're a committed relationship, you have to put just as much work, right? We learned in the reading yesterday that it takes effort. Effort is needed in relationships, so putting that work in to your relationship, loving, caring, nurturing, romance, sexual chemistry, passion, all those things that brought you together, you have to maintain that energy and flow. And then finally, some of you might be defensive when it comes to your relationships, or people who are pursuing you romantically. And I get it. If you feel you need to guard and protect yourself and keep those boundaries up, that's fine. But also, let your heart be open to receive love. And let's get the last card in the middle of the deck, short-term results. Some of you might be in relationships or situations where, again, if you rush the process, or you just kind of go with someone because they're available, or they pursued you first, or it's a rebound relationship, it's going to feel good for the interim, but in the long run, it's only going to be short-lived, because it's not really a firm relationship based on love. A firm foundation isn't really the footstool to this relationship. Rebound relationships, pity relationships, relationships that you are bound to each other because of trauma or negative things, toxic things, are not good and healthy relationships. It might work for a while, but it will not sustain you. So with love and light, I pray that you work on these things, and some of these things might be a aha moment to you today, and remind you that you need to work a little bit more on them, or pay attention to them in your life. May you have a blessed weekend.